Hey, what's happening, gamers? Welcome back to Ace Attorney Phoenix Wright Trilogy for the Nintendo Switch. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, because it's time for the Turnabout recipe finale. Back into the courtroom we go.
Wait, now he finally says he met him?
Uh-huh.
Oh my gosh, why would he lie unless he's guilty?
Yeah, I loaned Glenn about $100,000.
What?
That day was due to have a little chat. The kid had hit his payback date, see? So anyway, he's telling me he's got no way to pay up. Well, I'm about to flatten the guy when he starts screaming. Yes, I won $500,000. He got lucky, you know? Real lucky. Terrifying.
I know.
If that waitress hadn't done what she'd done, everything would have been over.
Wait, so now he's gonna say that...
Now I see that the principal amount you loaned to Mr. Glenn was $50,000. Yeah, well, you've got the VIG to take into account. Interest builds up fast, you know?
Interest to twice as much?
Wow. That's faster than fast. $100,000 is twice its principal. And the repayment deadline was December 3rd, the day of the incident in question. Yeah, he was one lucky kid. You got that $500,000 just in time.
Yeah, right. I don't think so.
So I ain't no reason to kill the kid. And if I ain't got no motive, you ain't got no case. His motive? He has to have one, but what is it?
Maybe he wanted to take all the money for himself.
I mean, that would be the most logical thing. But I noticed that he threw Maggie under the bus in his last statement. Yeah, I loaned the cash. That day was due to have a little chat with the kid. So anyway, he tells me he's got no way to pay up. I'm about to flatten the guy. Yes, I won, he said. Okay. If that waitress hadn't done what she had done, everything would be over. So he was there.
So what does he mean by that, if everything would be over?
We're gonna press on this one. The waitress, you mean... the girl with the glasses in the defendant's chair. Who else could I mean?
Maybe another waitress?
If she hadn't gotten that way, things would have been bada bing, bada boom, over and done with. Maybe I should push a little further on this. Let's ask about how things... Wait, no.
Yeah, ask about how things would have...
Ask about Maggie did?
I don't know.
Let's try this one.
Yeah.
What do you mean things would have been over and done with? Oh, are you all there or what? I'm talking about the cash there, compadre. I was there to get my $100,000 back. That's all. I'm a businessman. I was doing business. It's all coming together before that waitress got in the way.
Oh,
As far as I can tell from the witness's account, other than recouping his loan, Mr. Tigre had no motive for killing said victim.
Maybe because Maggie was a witness to him killing that guy, that's why he took her out.
Witness, you will amend your testimony to reflect what you just said. The tiger's motive. Dang it!
It's fine, they keep calling him by different names.
I was after the $100,000. I didn't have no reason to kill the guy.
Well, what would be his reason? Oh yeah! What was that guy working on?
That's right, the virus! And if the virus disappeared from the table, where is that stupid thing?
It was like a CD, I thought.
There it is, MC Bomber.
Okay.
Good call, Amber.
Yay.
So you just intended to get back the $100,000 that he owed you, right? I loaned the guy the cash. Yeah, that's right. Unfortunately for Mr. Glenn, I don't believe the $100,000 is what you were really after. It's good. What are you getting at, Trite? What else could a moneylender be after other than money? Oh, the moneylender was after the money, but money in a totally different league. The kind of money that a single disc like this would fetch.
That's right, it was worth millions.
What is that? A computer virus, Your Honor. A virus called MC Bomber. A computer virus? What does one of those do? A computer virus is a program that wreaks havoc on the insides of a computer, Your Honor. A computer? What does one of those do?
Oh my god.
You stupid boomer! I guess the beard isn't the only part of this honor that is from the Stone Age. I'll explain it to you later, Your Honor, but right now, this is the important part. A virus like MC Bomber would be worth several $1 million on the black market. Several $1 million?
Wow, you can't touch that.
Lending money with no hope of ever seeing repayment would normally be bad for business. But in this case, the very fact that Glenn had no way to repay the money is crucial. What? Glenn was a programmer, a highly skilled one. That skill was the collateral Mr. Glenn put in order to borrow the money in the first place. You're trying to suggest that the witness motive was to get hold of that program? That's right. Exactly.
Whoa.
The witness may have the poor fashion sense, but he is by no means an idiot, trite. A man like him could get his hands on $1 million without resorting to murder. Of course he could, provided that he had time. But what if he needed the money right then? When the pressure was on, the luxury of choice tends to disappear. It seems you have a logical conclusion for this theory, Mr. Wright. Would you care to share it with us? Why did Mr. Tigre need the money for $1 million? Probably... I would say...
why would he need the money? Why would he need the money to the tune of $1 million to pay
$1
for
million. I would say this.
Yeah, the medical bill. Yeah, because he was afraid of that family.
Please be right. In December of last year, you found yourself in need of a huge amount of money.
Good job.
About 6 months ago, you were involved in a traffic accident, were you not? An accident involving a car and a scooter in which a young woman was injured. She was taken to the hospital where she underwent drastic surgery. How much do you know? These medical papers document the treatment of the young woman in question.
Oh, we know some stuff.
According to these, her operation cost $1 million. And yet, when the payment was due last month, you somehow managed to pay it in full.
Yep.
$1 million? A preposterous sum. Someone should sue those HMOs.
I know.
Ha! No one would pay a bill like that. In the medical association got wind of it, the hospital would end up as dead as a morgue. But Mr. Tigre had no choice but to pay. Because his life depended on it.
Yep. He was...
Arrgh! Oh my gosh. What on? You say his life depended on it, Mr. Wright? Indeed it did, simply because he injured the woman who was none other than the mob boss's granddaughter.
That's right.
Did you just say Kardashian? Yeah, Bruto, the mob boss in charge of all the underworld activities in the city, and doting grandfather to his precious Viola, also known as Violet. Boo! Your life was in danger unless you paid that compensation to the boss, correct? It makes sense. You were desperate to acquire the $1 million Bruto demanded of you. So desperate, in fact, that you decided to sacrifice Glenn's life to pay your debt.
Yeah, he pretty much did do that.
Yeah, because Glenn had to show up to get his winnings, right?
Yep.
On the day of the murder, Mr. Tigre's sole intention was to get his hands on this CD. Glenn had no way of paying back the $100,000, and Mr. Tigre knew it. But then a miracle happened. The kind that Mr. Tigre would prefer to say never happened, but he can't. Neither can I. The lottery win. Exactly. At the 11th hour, Mr. Glenn won $500,000 on the lottery, which left Mr. Tigre with no way of getting his hands on all that important CD. At least, no legitimate way. Where did he get the poison, though? That's what I want to know.
So he was going to force him to get him the CD, but then when he got the money, he didn't have to give him the CD anymore. So then he still wanted the CD, so he killed him.
Exactly. So he resorted to illegitimate means. That's crazy.
It's pretty super complex.
He murdered Glenn and then made his next move, to frame Maggie for the crime. Mr. Tigre posed as Glenn, while Viola played the role of Miss Bird.
Oh.
And then reenacted the whole thing in order to establish a witness.
Wow.
The witness being the one we all heard testify yesterday, Mr. Kudo. Like I said, Trite, that's crazy. No one could pull off a stud like that. For starters, there's no way the chef would have been kept in the dark about it. Oh, he's in on it. But Armstrong was in on it from the very beginning. Have you forgotten already, Mr. Godot? Mr. Armstrong owed the witness money too. $500,000, in fact.
Oh, yeah.
He had no choice but to go along with the Tiger's plan.
That's right.
Ooh. Order! Silence or I will... You put on a good show, Spiky. Huh? If you just want to stay alive in the loan shark business, you gotta be careful. You saying I dressed up like that kid, created a witness, and framed someone? If I did something crazy like that, I'd leave a trail as bright as my shirt. I ain't dumb enough to do something sloppy like that. Oh, but you are. I agree. You do? Despite your appearance, you are very careful. That's why you took on one more precaution. One more trick to make sure that Miss Maggie had no way out. What? Another trick? Which one, Mr. Wright? Probably posing as a lawyer.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Interesting. Why don't you
did.
fill us all in, Trite?
He did pose as a lawyer. How come no one remembers that?
What was this trick you say?
Oh, is there any evidence?
There
he
it
posed
is,
as
the
a
fake
lawyer?
attorney badge.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Present that.
What on earth is that? It's an insult to think anyone could be fooled by such a childish imitation. Consider yourself insulted, Your Honor. Mr. Tigre, you didn't just pose as the victim on the day in question. A month ago in this very court, you posed as me.
Whoa.
What? That's the truth. But the witness looks nothing like you, Mr. Knight. Although, now that I think about
You have the
it,
same hair.
it was you, wasn't it? No doubt it was you standing in here, this very court, a mere month ago. The Phoenix Wright who put up the most disreputable, shabby defense I've ever seen.
The judge.
Rawr! Well, it's hard to
He wants to go golf.
enunciate when you're doing character voices.
Yeah, it
Can you
is.
prove that, Gramps? Prove the attorney who represented the accused here a month ago was this man. Or are you prepared to take the stand and testify that it was him? Gulp!
Whoa.
Hey. Forget about it, yeah? Wow, his whole demeanor changed. I want to do something like that, not me. You made a mistake, right? It was someone else. Have you no pride, sir?
I think he has some pride.
This isn't a matter of pride. In case you didn't know, Trite, here in court we deal with people's lives. Yeah. Mr. Godot's right. Your Honor, speaking for myself, I'm absolutely convinced. The attorney in question was the witness standing before me now. However, I preside over this court as a judge with the vested power to hand down a verdict. Someone in my position cannot be swayed by memory without evidence to support it. No!
Yeah. I mean, wait, no.
Wait,
we don't want that.
If the defense has no further evidence, the court will now excuse the witness.
What?
The circumstances surrounding Mr. Tigre are dubious for sure, but not conclusive.
But we've come so far, Nick.
Oh boy.
What are we gonna do now?
You say he's impersonated Glenn, you say he's impersonated you, but none of that adds up to a murder charge. You don't have a shred of evidence that the witness poisoned the victim's coffee. Yeah! Fingerprints.
Whoa. Yeah, fingerprints. Where's Gumshoe?
Ha! Dang it! Sucks to be you, right? Don't mess with the tiger, or you're gonna get mauled. You got that? All we managed to do here was chase him around a bit, but I was so close to getting him to admit his own guilt. Ah, Looks like I won't be needing a refill.
Oh my gosh, for once.
Too much coffee. If I had just one more piece of evidence. One more piece of evidence and I may be able to get Maggie off the hook. This witness cross-examination is over. You're free to go, Mr. Tigre.
Whoa, that was intense.
Who just said that?
I don't know. Hold it.
Oh my gosh!
Oh,
Wait!
Awesome.
Detective? Detective Gumshoe? Sorry I took so long, pal. I, staked everything on this. My badge, the works. So here it is. My heart's counting, on this too. What is it, Detective?
Yeah, what is it, Detective?
Isn't it obvious, pal? The final decisive piece of evidence.
Whoa!
Nani?
Final decisive piece of evidence, the bottle?
Oh, that's right.
We asked him to check on the bottle.
You did. My goodness.
January 8th.
Sorry it took so long, pal, but I finally got the results from the lab.
Yay!
The results about the prints, pal, from this medicine bottle.
Oh, so do you know who the prints really belong to now?
Do you think I'm being a kind of hack detective? Of course I know.
So tell us. They're the tigers, right? I knew it.
You bet. Clear as a crystal, all over the bottle. They're Tigre's paw prints, all right.
Paw prints. That's great. We've got him now, Nick. What's wrong with you? You've hardly said a word since Detective Gumshoe got here. He's laid everything on the line for this, Nick.
I know. Look, I'm sorry, but this is kind of hard to say, but it really doesn't make any difference whose prints are on the bottle now. What? Why not? We need to produce, at least at this stage in the trial, is irrefutable evidence that Tigre put the poison in Glenn's coffee. He's already admitted that he met the victim. The fact that his prints are on this bottle, that really doesn't make any difference now.
Yeah.
Oh, I knew it. Great. No matter how hard I try, I never am at any use.
Hey, don't be so hard on yourself.
No, this was our last chance to help Maggie.
Aww.
And I've been working on some useless piece of evidence the whole time. It's alright. I'm a real loser. It's not breaking news to me, pal.
Aw, Detective Gumshoe? Maggie? You've been working on something for me?
Sorry I let you down, Maggie. I know you didn't do it, and I'm a detective. We're supposed to be able to prove stuff like that. I'm really sorry. I'll get out of your hair.
Detective Gumshoe, wait!
He's gone.
Isn't there anything we can do now, Nick?
I wish there was. Gumshoe worked so hard to get that evidence. If only there was some way I could use it. Small bottle put back in your pocket.
I don't know how we can use it.
Very interesting.
January 8th, 3:04 p.m. District Court, number 4.
This punk's gonna get away with it.
I know, I feel like it.
Mr. Wright! Yes, Your Honor. I granted you a recess, so you could prepare that decisive evidence you've discovered. Yes.
But we don't have any decisive evidence.
Don't keep us all in suspense, Trite. Show us. Naturally. We can assume it's evidence that will actually stand up in court, can't we? Think, Phoenix. Don't let Gumshoe's hard work go to waste. How much of my time are yous gonna waste? I ain't been to court before. But yous lawyers sure know how to blow things out of proportion.
He does have a point.
Oh my gosh. No doubt, given the nature of the evidence, it will speak for itself. Nevertheless, you will talk us through it, Mr. Wright.
Okay.
Oh, I know I can't prove anything new with this evidence.
We can't?
I'm really backed into a corner here. But maybe if he thinks he's got me beat, he'll let his guard down a little bit. Don't keep us waiting any longer, Mr. Wright. Present this final decisive piece of evidence to the court.
Okay, present the final piece of evidence.
I guess it's gonna have to be this. This is the defense's final piece of evidence. Isn't that the victim's... Your Honor. Naturally, the court is already aware of the contents of this bottle. However, interesting new information has come to light. We have clearly identified some fingerprints on it.
Whoa.
The fingerprints belong to you, Mr. Tiger. What? But Mr. Knight, what conclusion are you hoping to draw from this new information? Everyone in here knows that this bottle contains, except one man, one person in this courtroom should theoretically be in the dark. My prints are on that pansy-looking bottle? Is that what you saying? Well, what the heck is it anyway? A phony trial, a phony lawyer, and a phony clue. Everything about this case has been phony. Seems like the perfect excuse for some phony evidence.
Yep.
Mr. Tigre, this is decisive piece of evidence that will prove your guilt. Why? Because it contains...
Let's see, what does it contain? Mr. Armstrong's oils, the victim's ear medicine, potassium. It has to contain either the ear medicine or potassium cyanide.
We'll go with that. This bottle contains potassium cyanide.
Yeah!
Potassium cyanide? The poison used to murder Mr. Glenn, Your Honor. The victim's killer used the very bottle. Ugh. And on this bottle, Mr. Tigre, your prints were found. Well, how do you explain that?
Whoa. That is pretty conclusive.
You'd make a good clown, you knows that?
What?
What? You ain't never got this to stick. You's just making me laugh now. You think a cheap bluff like that's gonna fool the tiger? A bluff? I can see straight through you, Phoenix Wright. You ain't... That ain't the bottle with the cyanide in it. No! This is a bottle we found traces of poison in. Don't mess with the tiger, or you're gonna get ripped to shreds.
Oh my
The cyanide bottle was brown, and it was made of glass.
What?
That cheap piece of trash don't look nothing like it. Wait a second.
Wait, we got the wrong bottle?
He just said what the poison was in.
Oh my gosh! 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 He knew there was poison!
Got him, at last. What? Why is everyone all quiet? I said that bottle is this the bottle you're referring to?
Oh my
Yeah,
gosh.
that's it. That's the bottle the cyanide was in.
Oh my gosh!
Was you ain't gonna find my prints on that bottle. Don't let that cozy-looking suit fool you, people. That lawyer's just playing games.
But he knew.
Tell him, Mr. Prosecutor. Tell the guy where to go. You still haven't figured it out? Don't you realize what you just said? What I said? What did I just say?
Oh my gosh, he's too dumb to know.
You were summoned to this court for the first time earlier today. If you really had nothing to do with the murder, you shouldn't have known all the little details. For instance, you shouldn't have known what kind of bottle the potassium cyanide was in.
That's right.
But just now, you slipped up in front of every single person in this courtroom.
That's right, the green medicine was his ear medicine.
You described the exact bottle used by the killer to hold the poison.
Wow.
Yous don't know who you's messing with. I'm the tiger. I control millions of dollars on the black market. You think I'm gonna let some jumped up suit get the better of me? Sure,
I don't think so.
Last piece of evidence was phony, but that's just what you deserve. The phony trial with a phony lawyer, it was all played out by you, the biggest phony of all.
Whoa. Wow, you got him, Phoenix! Good job, Luke. Whoa, he's mad.
Gotcha. What, did he faint?
I don't know. Is that your eyes?
What's going on? It looks like a blackout. Bailiff! Well done, trite. I saved my 17th cup of coffee just for you. Why? Savor it.
Oh my gosh.
While you watch the police restrain your prey.
Why did he throw it at your face?
I don't know, something to do.
Oh my gosh, Luke, that was awesome. I wouldn't even think about presenting it. Oh my gosh.
Mr. Wright, you caught a tiger by his toe, but if this one hollers, he won't let it go. Now then, how are things going with Mr. Tigre, Mr. Godot? He's being arrested on suspicion of murder of Glenn, Your Honor. Fortunately for us, we managed to rectify a very grave error. Miss Bird was found guilty in the absence of genuine defense attorney. Yes, she was. And in the absence of genuine evidence. But the tiger made one mistake. Indeed. He very nearly got away with everything if it wasn't for that one slip of the tongue. Mr. Tigre is truly a frightening criminal.
Yeah, he is.
Ha! The truly frightening one is that defense attorney over there.
Oh, he paid you a compliment.
Godot.
Nice.
Well then, I'm in a new position to deliver my verdict.
What's it gonna be, Judge?
This court finds the defendant, Maggie Bird, not guilty.
Yeah! Maggie's free.
That is all. This court is adjourned. My gosh.
Oh my gosh, that was crazy. Great job, honey. January
8th, 4:10 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 1.
Whoa. Mr. Wright! I'm at a loss for words. Thank you, sir. Congratulations, Maggie! I was so mad when Mr. Wright landed me in all that trouble a month ago. But now I feel like I can forgive him.
Hey, that wasn't me, Maggie. That was the tiger.
Look, Nick! In the doorway! Aww.
Detective Gumshoe.
Love is in the air.
Oh, I guess I'll be heading off then. Bye. Wait!
Detective Gumshoe!
Yeah, congratulations, Maggie.
Thanks.
I knew you were innocent all along.
Why didn't you say that in your testimony then?
Huh? Oh, well, I was... well, I guess I'll be heading off then. See you around, bye!
He was dumb?
Wait up, detective! Just ran off.
Why didn't he say, Maggie, why are you being so hard on him? He busted his butt for you. It's thanks to him that we got the medication bottle. That wasn't even of any use. But it's only because Mr. Wright used it so cleverly. Detective Gumshoe was just running around in circles.
Poor guy. Looks like she still isn't ready to forgive him.
Maybe he's just not good with words. Can't you put in a good word for him, Nick?
Yeah, Maya's right. I should help Gumshoe out. It's clear he needs it. Maggie, you know, Detective Gumshoe's been really worried about you through all this, right? I wanted
to believe that, sir. But on the first day of the trial, he practically gave the judge a free pass to lock me up.
He didn't have any choice, Maggie. He's a detective. He was to report the facts. That's his job.
He doubted me. That's why. He thought I might have done it.
I've got to prove to her that Gumshoe really cares about her. I know. I'll give her a little present to celebrate her freedom.
A bike?
No. Think...
Back some matches?
No. Where?
A teacup? Oh.
I thought he gave us more... Oh.
I thought he had more food for her.
Ah, there it is.
Oh, there it is. Take that. Yeah.
Here you are. A present to celebrate your newfound freedom.
That's...
A present from Detective Gumshoe made with a ton of love.
He said that you lost weight. He was so worried about you. Detective Gumshoe. I actually really like weenies, you know?
I guess that was a stomach growling.
Did you guys hear that? I'm pretty hungry myself, you know?
Yeah, the trial dragged on a bit today, didn't it?
It was a long trial. It was the end of a very long day. Is it okay if I eat this now?
Aww.
Where's Gumshoe? So, how is it, Maggie? It's really good.
That's very cute.
That's it. Cute, but what about Detective Gumshoe?
So the case of the phony versus genuine comes to an end. The false allegations surrounding Maggie have all been cleared up.
She ate it all.
And who knows, maybe a whole new chapter of her life is about to start.
I think Detective Gumshoe just knew how to do his job. He didn't know how to... Like, I feel like if he said his opinion in court, then it would look like he was, like, swaying for her. Like, he just had to do what he was told to do.
And with that, ladies and gentlemen, Recipe for Turnabout is over. Now it's time for our next episode, Turnabout Beginnings. A brand new episode has been added to Ace Attorney. So don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and we see you guys tomorrow. We see yous guys with more Ace Attorney goodness only on KwingsLetsPlays as the final game in the trilogy continues. Until then, God bless and happy gaming.
See